first and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. Low Nose Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. It's big fight weekend at Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, man. Disappointed right now. And you know I'm a Teofimo Lopez supporter. He recently was on an interview and he was going off about Subaru Matias, calling him overrated, calling him one-dimensional. But then he came out and said that Puerto Rican fighters are easy, that he beats Puerto Rican fighters up, and that he don't care how the Puerto Rican people feel about that. Well, I'm here to tell you that I do feel some kind of way about that. I do. You know, for one, Puerto Rico is an island that has produced so many great champions, so many legends. Wilfredo Gomez, Wilfredo Benitez, Miguel Cotto, Hector Camacho, Carlos Ortiz, Felix Trinidad, Esteban de Jesus. We haven't had an elite level fighter from Puerto Rico in quite some time, since Miguel Cotto. And we kind of adopted Teofimo Lopez as one of ours because he's from New York, because he's Latino, because his father grew up around Puerto Ricans. His father even acts and talks. When he talks English, he talks like a Puerto Rican. Now, I don't understand why Teo would make a remark like that. His fan base, for the most part, in New York City are Puerto Ricans. We're the ones that support him. There ain't no Hondurans in New York. Not like that. Not on the East Coast. In the East Coast, the predominant Latin cultures are Puerto Rican and Dominicans. In New York, Philly, New Jersey, and I lived in all three. I'm the epitome of a tri-state Puerto Rican. And I'm disappointed in Teofimo for saying what he said. Now, if he's using it as a marketing tool so more people can tune into his fight, I get it. Because Jermaine Ortiz is Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. If he's using this as a marketing tool for a potential fight down the road between him and Subaru Matias, I get it. But his fan base in New York City are Puerto Ricans. When Teofimo Lopez fought Richard Comey on the undercard of Terrence Crawford versus Igis Kavalaskas, when Teofimo Lopez knocked out Richard Comey with that right hand, Madison Square Garden erupted. You would have thought Miguel Cotto was fighting that night, the way the building was shaking. I was there. We were all rooting for Teofimo Lopez. More than Edgar Berlanga. More than for Edgar Berlanga. I've been out there and said myself, man, I'll trade Edgar Berlanga for Teofimo Lopez. I've said that. I've said Boricuas for Teo. I've said that. I'm disappointed because Teofimo Lopez at times says things without thinking, right? And this isn't the first time neither. I remember he said something regarding black fighters and all that, and I'm not going to get into all the racial stuff because I'm not entertaining any of that. What I will say is that I was defending him even during that time when other channels were going at Teo, when people that I know were going at Teo questioning him if he was racist. I was backing his play. But I can't stick up for him for this one. I can't. I'm Puerto Rican. What I will say is this, though. Is Teofimo Lopez still my favorite fighter? Absolutely. Am I rooting for him against Jermaine Ortiz? Absolutely. But I got to call it how I see it, you know. I'm not a yes man. I'm a real friend. I don't know Teo personally. I don't know him. I met him one time. He was cool. But I'm the type of friend that if you do something out of pocket, I'm that friend that's going to tell you about yourself. Like, yo, bro, you drawing right now. You out of pocket. I'm going to check you. I'm going to pull you to the side and tell you about yourself. That's how I carry it. So, yeah, I'm still rooting for Teo. I'm still backing his play 100%. And I'm looking forward to the fight. You know what I mean? And I know people are going to say, how can you forgive him? But I tell you what, Bernard Hopkins threw the Puerto Rican flag on the floor. I forgave him. You know why? Because Bernard Hopkins defeated Felix Trinidad, my favorite fighter. When my favorite fighter loses to another fighter, I want that fighter to go on to accomplish great things. So I could say, you know what, my fighter lost to somebody who turned out to be a legend. When Miguel Cotto lost to Manny Pacquiao, no shame in that. He lost to Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez, no shame in that. Teofimo Lopez lost to George Kambosos. George Kambosos is not a legend. And I'm not shaming him for that loss. I'm just trying to say, I forgave Bernard Hopkins for throwing the Puerto Rican flag on the floor. So of course I forgive Teofimo Lopez. I'm still going to root for him. But that was definitely out of pocket for sure. And like I said, this isn't the first time where a fighter had said some things about Puerto Ricans and Puerto Rican fans forgave them. Roberto Duran in the past said some things about Puerto Ricans, right? He had that trilogy with Esteban de Jesus. They went on to be best friends. Roberto Duran was with Esteban de Jesus next to him on his deathbed. Not next to him laying down, but you know what I mean. He went and paid his respects to Esteban de Jesus. They became best friends. And the Puerto Rican fans forgave Roberto Duran. Julio Cesar Chavez once said that he likes fighting and beating up on Puerto Rican fighters because Puerto Rican fighters talk a lot. Puerto Rican fans forgave Julio Cesar Chavez. When Teofimo Lopez made that remark about black people or black fighters, there's still a lot of black fighters that support Teofimo Lopez, right? They forgave him. So he said some things about Puerto Ricans. I still forgive him. But it wasn't a smart move. I can't speak for everybody else. Because like I said before, the Puerto Ricans in New York City, for the most part, that's his fan base. New York City is not heavily populated with Hondurans. We're the ones that adopted him. So if he wins impressively and maybe apologizes, maybe the fans will forgive him. I'm forgiving him, but I still gotta let you know, man. I felt some kind of way. Anyway, Thursday night, February 8th, Teofimo Lopez versus Jermaine Ortiz. Tune in. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. Low Nose Boxing, because low nose boxing. I'm out.